Donnie's all caffeinated now. We were down to the breakfast buffet. It was tasty. It was, and she gave him, the little girl, she liked him to-go cup of coffee. Yeah. We're meeting everybody at the supercharger. We're running a little late. Yeah. We're going to drive to Fontana Dam and enjoy our day before we head back to the house. Yeah, it's Kendall's birthday today. We are gathered to make this dam trip this morning. Anniversary. That's right. Happy anniversary. Yay. We are the brave crew to go out day 2. Fontana Dam, here we come.
Good morning. Hi, sweet pup. Hi.
All right, we're pulling out of the supercharger. Don says we've got 254 miles. It's approximately 90 miles over to the dam. Our plan is to just come back here and supercharge on the way back out of town. And there are 4 cars. Kendall is in front of us. Brian and Karen from My One Tesla, and another new couple that I just met, but I don't remember their name.
Just got married.
And a few people are meeting us at the dam as well, so it should be a fun trip.
Right.
Knoxville's only 108 miles, and there's charging in Knoxville too. And I understand somewhere out here there's a restaurant that has some destination chargers, so it's a pretty day. I like that Carolina blue sky. I especially like it when there are mountains popping through the trees every once in a while. It's great. We're pulling in to wait on another family, and we're pulling into the Tractor Supply. Don's getting so excited. Show off. Show off. My show off.
It took forever to find the water.
Yeah?
I almost got on my unicycle and rode up and down all the
aisles looking for it.
Because I couldn't find the water. Where's our bud?
He's looking at tractors.
Oh, of course he is.
We're at Tractor Supply. So the kit car is the car that has joined the caravan. We're going to check out a nearby lake, and then we're going to continue on to Fontana Dam. We were warned 1 Tesla on the bridge at a time. I think that sounds pretty smart.
I don't know what the etiquette is. Well, they're spaced apart, not bumper to bumper.
Right. Somebody pronounce the lake we're at?
Juneauska.
It's beautiful. Yes. It's absolutely gorgeous out here.
Yeah.
All right.
So was that video too?
Yes.
Wow.
So how's our efficiency this morning?
Pretty good. I think we're right at very close to 97, 98%. We've gone 53 miles, and we have 200 miles of estimated range. We left the supercharger this morning with 253. So we're doing 320 watt hours per mile average going up and down these mountains. So we've been we're not perfect, 313, but we're really close. So it's like we're getting about as much going down the mountains as we lost going up. We're not flying though. We're doing 60 to 65 mile an hour average. So we're doing really good. So we're gonna have plenty of range today to wander around.
That's what I want to hear. Don says he knows how to find the dam. Just follow the high voltage power lines. Having a little fun, Donnie?
Yeah, I'm doing all 100% driving. I'm doing the steering and the 1 pedal brake. the driving. I have to tell you, one pedal driving on mountains are really good, because we're behind a Mustang convertible, and they're not going slow, they're not going fast, they're doing a safe speed. Not a grandpa safe speed, but a safe speed, but they are moving quickly. My point is their brake lights are going, every time their brake lights come on, they're on the brake pedal. Then of course, as soon as you slow down, you got to get back on the accelerator, and they're going back and forth between the two pedals. Well, with an electric car, you just ease up on the accelerator, and you know, she read in just fine, and then you you know, push down.
Apply a little pressure.
Yeah, it's much less. I don't want to call it fatigue. You know, it's just easier. I mean, it just makes driving just smoother.
Well, in an attempt to stay in my seat and keep the camera level, I have my hand on the door handle.
Yeah, like I said, we're not going grandpa safe speed. We're going, you know, a safe enough speed.
It's fun.
Of course, the guys behind me, they slow down and then they zoom to catch up with me for fun.
Well, you're as close to Kendall as you need to be.
Right, you know.
Wow, that is Fontana Lake. That is seriously one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
We're here at beautiful Fontana Lake, and it's a gorgeous weekend and one of the best views ever, and making new great friends today.
So
wow, that black teacher, wow.
It's nice here under this shade tree.
Yeah.
It's an amazing view. More Fontana Lake. There's a little pontoon boat down there.
Give you a little scale. This lake is bigger than it. I mean, it goes miles that way and a mile or two that way. It's bigger than it looks.
We're close to the dam now. A few of the group went to lunch, and the rest of us are heading to the dam because some of us had buffet breakfast. All right, there's Kendall for perspective, okay? Rolling around and then looking down. Whoa, baby. Yeah, that is big. On the scale of things, it's really big. So over here is another identical intake area. Andy, don't fuss at me. We need you here to explain what we're looking at, okay? We're trying.
I don't want to see the spillway.
Okay, yeah. There's a sign.
Like,
we should read.
A little bit and like.
Don's over there demoing Ruby to some nice folks in the parking lot that were interested.
Mom, you need to get the 360 camera.
I should do the 360? Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I'm afraid to lean over. That is a long ways down. I don't see any water flowing down the spillway over there right now. And look at the size of this thing. And there's the high voltage power lines. Wow. Wow.
Looks like the motors are in the middle and then a drive shaft is running through to roll the chains up over here.
Wow.
Massive chain.
All right, we're here on top of the world, literally. This road, which I'm really surprised that it passes over top of the dam, the spillway area. All right, so that building down there has to be the powerhouse. That must be where the powerhouse is. None good, Donnie.
Oh.
Even on a Sunday afternoon on vacation, we stop and talk to people about Tesla. Yep.
Well, you know, look, if you want to be inconspicuous, do not buy
A Model X. You may be in a Model S or a 3, you can kind of sneak by.
Get by.
And Johnny's getting out of the middle road today every time,
That's
so
right.
it's like an open invitation.
When they
Yeah.
see them doors, it's just like, holy cow. And I don't mind, honest to God, I would have stood there another 15 minutes and talked. They, you know, they asked really good questions. They got past the how far. They got into what about battery life. And I had thought of something this morning, and told them this for the first time. I said, you got to forget everything anybody has told you about an electric car prior to Tesla. That, you know, it's just,
Is it a Tesla?
That's right.
Every one of the people who's been traveling with
I know. And I just heard it. Oh, it ditched your video and photographed Pam's Tesla.
I got a slow-mo.
Good.
Everything you
Share.
might have known about electric cars when you were young, it applies to everything you knew about a telephone when you were young. You know, they had rotary dials and you spoke to them. That's very limited. Well, that's the electric cars.
Goodness, we got a battery charger in the 12 volt. My battery
Right.
died. Don had the new one in his pocket. All right, so you were saying.
Yeah, so I said, I thought of this morning that, you know, we've had the telephone or known about telephones for 100 and plus years, 150 years probably. The electric car, of course, has been, and a phone's fundamentally the same thing. Well, the same thing with electric car, yeah. The car, electric, everything you knew about a telephone when you were a young person, you know, 30, 40 years ago, it's the same thing as like anything that you've learned in your life about an electric car up to Tesla, just like up to the smartphone, forget it. Because now the smartphone, what you use a smartphone for and what you used to use your old rotary dial for, yeah, you're right, you can still talk into it, but there's so many more things and so much more function and technology impact on your life, so many good things. It's the same thing with the electric car. Yeah, the old cars had the batteries didn't last
Lead
long.
acid, and they were
They didn't go very
huge.
far.
Yeah.
Golf carts, they were slow, but none of that applies any longer to cars like the Tesla and the Taycan and all those new cars coming in. There's no comparison. It's the same thing as comparing a smartphone of today to the rotary phone of the 1960s. There's just no comparison. So forget everything and just start fresh thinking with an electric car.
Go take a test drive.
Go take a test drive.
So that little box straight in front of us on the island, it's not just for looks?
Yeah, my guess is I think that has something to do with the high water mark or the maximum. If it gets up there, you know, alarms in the city nearby, you know, that's a problem because there's something really wrong up at the dam. If that thing, water gets up and touches it, it's like, oh God.
God, does somebody go down this?
Absolutely. Can I go?
Is that what it's for?
Yeah.
Is that like a
Oh,
ladder
it just goes
thing?
down to that. Oh man.
I'm not going down. So Johnny spotted this fallout shelter symbol. I haven't seen one of those since I was in Trenton. Like, we don't have those really in Raleigh. They're probably someone somewhere, but Don agrees it's a fallout shelter. I really think they need to, I really think they need to film a post-apocalyptic or nuclear war fall, you know, some sort of movie here. This is a great movie spot. Johnny found me a picture of the generators.
A lot of dams. This is
Well, that's what Andy told us.
There's Asheville, there's Knoxville, Chattanooga, and look at all these dams. It's like Andy said, you know, they put a dam and then it goes down and then put another dam, they put it down, so it just steps down, the elevation steps down.
This is just mountainside, you know.
Yeah. It's all Tennessee Valley, TVA.
Wow. Well, here's where we are, near Robbinsville at the Fontana
Yeah.
Dam. So we're just sort of the eastmost dam almost.
Yeah.
At least that TVA, because these
Yeah,
are
that's right.
TVA dams.
Well, we're still in North Carolina, aren't we? Are we in?
I love this. It shows the fossil plants. Those plants we want to get rid of.
Oh, and the nuclear ones.
Oh, and nuclear
That's
too.
one spot right there.
Sequoia.
Really close.
Wow.
So that's
Browns Ferry.
Yep.
Huh.
So here's where we are. So This would be Tennessee. So we should figure out how to get over there if possible. So we can say we went to Tennessee.
Yeah, we're going to Tennessee today. Ruby's
Our car going into the
third out-of-state trip. So the visitor center is pretty cool. There's a lovely husband and wife team here today working. Apparently they swap places with another husband and wife team. It's very scenic for visitor center area. I'm pouty.
Yeah,
we don't have enough mileage to go on the tail of the dragon. We don't even have enough mileage to go to the Tennessee border and turn around on the tail of the dragon.
Right.
I can get a time lapse of you.
Ooh.
Okay. That's supposed to that'll pick me up a little bit because I'm pouty.
I'm not gonna do anything crazy here.
So we're just a few miles from the Tennessee border and the tail of the dragon. I think if I understood right, we're like 13 miles from Tennessee, and I wanted to go to Tennessee and we don't have enough mileage to do that. So I'm pretty bummed out right now. We will safely get to Asheville with a 15% cushion, and it's 5 hours home, not counting charge time. So this is Dawn's closest he's gonna get to the tail of the dragon right here, and he's having him some fun. Kendall's behind us, I think.
Doing a time lapse.
Doing a time lapse of Ruby.
Although I don't know how he's holding the camera.
Camera and steering at the same time. Oh, it's been a good weekend. I'm not gonna dwell on the one thing that we couldn't do. I'm gonna focus on all the wonderful things we did do. And I'm sure we could twist Kyle's arm to come up here with us some other time. But 13 miles away from Tennessee, and I can't get there today. That's a hard one to take right now.
Yeah, but that just means that we'll absolutely have to do the trip again. And the fall colors are coming up, so you know.
And I want to go to Biltmore.
Right. Kendall's like stuck to me. It's like I'm doing everything I can.
Yeah, to leave him, and he's not. He's
like no problem. He's probably back there half asleep.
He is back there. He's not half asleep, but he is back there.
Well, I am not actually trying to go super fast because you know.
You don't want to be in a tree today?
No,
that's
don't
good.
want to. That's right. I want to get
There's
home.
Kendall.
All right, so here's, I believe.
You got to turn right. He's going down to the dam, and we're turning right.
Everybody wait.
Bye, Kendall. We're still on target to get to Asheville with 12%. We're 40 minutes away. It got pretty warm in the car, and some of us have had a little nap. Thankfully not Dawn, though.
Yeah, I've been fine so far today.
Well, I was up at 6.
Yeah.
Because I was working on our video, so I guess I justified in needing a little nap there. Still every bit as pretty out there. So we're here, it's 4:40. We've got 12%, which is right around what Ruby said we were going to have. We're going to go into the outlet mall, and there's a nice cheesesteak hamburger joint. We're going to have dinner while the car charges. So how much charge did we get? How many miles we got?
We got 242 miles.
All right.
Charged for just under an hour.
Yeah, a little over 80%. We had Philly cheesesteaks and Chinese food. It was really a food court in there, but it was nice.
Right.
It worked out just fine for us. So. Right.
The thing that happened that might have slowed us down just a little bit, the charging cable was really hot when we pulled in.
Yeah.
That supercharger has not stopped for 2 days. And although we were on our own cabinet, so we didn't have to share.
Still, when you got back there too?
Right, they were basically one other car besides Ruby. One was as we walked up, another guy drove off. So, I mean, it worked well. There was no issue. I'm just saying is that the highest charging rate I saw was like 87 kilowatts, which is not very high. Because we got in there at 13% or 12% battery, so you know, I would have expected it to charge higher at a faster rate. Right, but she just charged for the time it took us to enjoy our food and come back. We didn't rush or that's right. Well, where's Greensboro? You know, it did this to me yesterday too. There's Hickory. So our arrival in Hickory, just if we chose Hickory, would be we're trying to decide if we're stopping and have to stop in Hickory, or if we only stop if we feel like it. We get to Hickory with 55%. So let's change this now and put in Greensboro. And we would arrive in Greensboro with, drum roll please,
20%. So if we want to go to the bathroom in Hickory, that'd be fine, but we don't have to stop in Hickory.
Right. And if we do stop in Hickory, it will be just long enough. I guess he's flashing for me to go.
Yeah. It would be just long enough to use the restroom.
Get me an ice cream and go.
Right, exactly. We may need dessert. Tomorrow we're back on it. We've been off the wagon this weekend, but tomorrow.
I only had 3 pieces of pecan pie. Hell, that ain't
We're gonna be back up where we're supposed to be
For a
tomorrow.
boy from Alabama, 3 pieces of pecan pie ain't no big deal, sugar.
Bye, Asheville. It's been real. It's been
has.
fun. Then the outlet mall, I thought they did good by us. We saw there's a lot of security at the outlet mall while we were eating. Guys on Segways, guys driving around the parking lot. So don't think you need to be too concerned. Don said last night when he was supercharging, the security was still there even though the mall was closed. So
You're right there.
solar farm. Runaway truck ramp. Truck speed limit 35 mile an hour. We are going down, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Down.
We did it. All these fossil cars in our way. God, what a pain. They're all riding their brakes and getting all smoking hot.
But not you, huh?
No, I'm making energy.
So we've pulled off I-40 here in Hickory, headed to the Sheets. We think at this point we can just charge here and head to the house unless we need to stop in Greensboro. So options and ice cream. Yeah, I don't know what that was actually. Starting to charge at 159 miles. The estimated charge time to be able to continue just straight to the house is 20 minutes.
So we should be unplugging at 6:15.
16.
Yes, that's right.
7:16. Johnny assures me that there is ice cream under there. How about you? Do you have ice cream under there too?
Maybe.
So we've got 245 miles of rated range. Ruby says we'll be home at 10:10 p.m. We got
with 18% left.
we got 2 hours and 42 more minutes on the road.
Yeah.
Wow, 172 miles.
Yep.
I was looking at our Tesla 5 data because I thought, sure, Donnie, that we're going to beat today the miles we did yesterday, but we did lose a lot of data in the mountains. Like, it doesn't know we went to Fontana Dam and parked. Not a problem, but we still should be able to tell from the odometer, because I think you're going to be close to 1,000 miles over the weekend.
Sure.
Yesterday was over 400.
Yeah.